South Korea is one of the world's most advanced, vibrant nations, known for its rich culture, cutting-edge technology, and dynamic economy. From the neon lights of Seoul to the serene beauty of its mountains, South Korea offers a stunning mix of the traditional and the modern. But beneath this polished exterior lies a reality that many often overlook. In today's video, we're diving deep into the lesser-known aspects of life in South Korea, the challenges that shape the lives of its people. From intense societal pressures to the dark truths that lie beneath the country's glowing success. You may be surprised by what you uncover. So, let's take a closer look at the hidden struggles that make life in South Korea a bittersweet journey for many. From overwhelming work culture and extreme pollution to high levels of suicide and gender inequality, South Korea is far from perfect. Join us as we explore 17 dark sides of this beautiful but complex country and hear real stories of those who live through it every day.
Let's start with one of the most disturbing issues. South Korea has the highest suicide rate in the world. With over 1.2 million young people struggling to find stable employment and often battling depression, many see no way out. This is partly due to extreme societal pressure to succeed academically and professionally, leading many to feel trapped. The situation is particularly dire for young adults. They often find themselves stuck in a cycle of frustration, unable to meet the rigorous expectations placed on them. This crisis is further exacerbated by an overall lack of mental health support. So, what's behind this overwhelming pressure? South Korea's economy is incredibly strong, yet youth unemployment is a growing issue. Over 11% of young people cannot find a job, and many who do are forced to accept poor contracts with little security. The system only seems to favor graduates from top-tier universities, leaving many others out of the equation. In fact, a report by Yonhap News revealed that out of 8.4 million young people, 1.6 million are unemployed, even though they have graduated from school. It's a huge problem in a nation that values academic success above all else. The pressure to secure a stable job only adds to the feelings of desperation. Many young people are turning to programs that encourage them to seek employment abroad, but that's not always an easy path. But before even reaching the job market, children face an educational system that can be incredibly oppressive. South Korea has one of the most competitive education systems in the world. Young children are pushed from a very early age to study relentlessly, sometimes at the cost of their mental health. In fact, 83% of 5-year-olds attend additional private classes, while families spend about 16% of their income on private education. This intense academic pressure is fueled by the fear of unemployment and the desire to attend one of the country's prestigious universities. The infamous college entrance exam is so competitive that about 20% of students retake the exam just to get into their dream schools. And the pressures don't stop there. School violence remains a significant issue in South Korea. In a troubling incident in 2021, a group of high school students physically assaulted a peer for over 6 hours simply because of racial issues. Shockingly, this kind of bullying isn't isolated, and it's not always addressed properly by authorities. A survey by the Ministry of Education revealed that 1.7% of students reported experiencing school violence between 2021 and 2022, with verbal and physical violence. Despite the efforts of the school violence prevention committees, many victims still face severe consequences, including bullying going unpunished and even leading some students to take their own lives. Gender inequality is another dark side of South Korean society. While South Korea has made strides in certain areas, women still face a lot of challenges. A recent study ranked South Korea 118th out of 144 countries in terms of gender equality. Women are often expected to shoulder the bulk of household responsibilities, including child rearing and taking care of in-laws. At the same time, they remain undervalued in the workplace, where they earn significantly less than men for the same work. Even more troubling is the rampant issue of harassment. Studies have shown that 8 out of 10 women experience workplace harassment, and many are too afraid to speak up due to the risk of losing their jobs or being publicly shamed. Worse still, the police have reported a rising number of violent crimes targeting women. In fact, 86.7% of violent crime victims in South Korea are women. South Korea also has a challenging relationship with immigrants and foreigners. While the country is modern and globalized, xenophobia still lingers beneath the surface. Many foreigners, particularly those from Southeast Asia, feel excluded and unwelcome. Even though the majority of South Koreans may not openly express their biases, discrimination is still a common experience. Bars and clubs in certain areas have even been known to ban foreigners. This makes it difficult for people who are not South Korean to form lasting friendships or relationships. Sadly, racial discrimination is widespread, as evidenced by a survey showing that 90% of South Koreans admit that racial discrimination exists in their country. Additionally, foreign workers in South Korea face significantly higher risks of occupational accidents compared to their local counterparts. South Korea is also struggling with severe environmental pollution. While many tourists come expecting to see foggy weather, what they're often witnessing is fine dust and waste particles brought in from China. The air quality in cities like Seoul is among the worst in the world, and the smog levels can be so high that residents are advised to wear air filtering masks. The pollution is not just a minor inconvenience, it's dangerous.
The country has experienced devastating yellow dust storms that carry harmful particles like sulfur, carbon monoxide, and carcinogens. These pollutants can severely impact public health, making living conditions less than ideal. Another significant issue in South Korea is the overwhelming work culture. South Koreans are known for their extreme work ethic, but this comes at a huge personal cost. Employees often work long hours, including nights and weekends, just to meet the demands of their companies. In fact, South Koreans have the longest working hours of any developed country in the world, with the average worker putting in nearly 1,915 hours a year, 200 more than the OECD average. But it's not just about the hours. South Korea's corporate culture demands absolute loyalty to the company. Workers are expected to participate in after-work drinking sessions and socializing with colleagues, further blurring the lines between work and personal life. This relentless pace can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even physical illness, contributing to South Korea's low happiness index. And then there's the societal obsession with physical appearance. South Korea is one of the most appearance-conscious countries in the world. The pressure to look perfect is immense, with an emphasis on fair skin, small faces, and slim bodies. In fact, cosmetic surgery is so common that about 1 in 4 South Koreans undergoes some form of procedure every year to meet the nation's beauty standards. This constant emphasis on beauty has led to a sense of shame for those who don't conform to these ideals. It's not just about looking good, it's about securing a place in society, a good job, or even a romantic relationship. The obsession with appearance is pervasive, and it has led to issues with self-confidence for many South Koreans. Living in South Korea is also costly, especially in major cities like Seoul. The cost of living ranks 16th in the world, higher than Tokyo, yet the quality of life often doesn't match the expense. Housing is one of the biggest challenges, with prices in neighborhoods like Gangnam soaring to over 2 billion won for a single apartment. This makes it difficult for young people to afford their own homes, especially when they're still struggling with unemployment. On top of that, public spaces can feel incredibly crowded. South Korea is one of the most densely populated countries in the world, and public transportation, especially the subway, can be a nightmare during rush hour. The lack of personal space, combined with the overwhelming population, can be stressful for residents and visitors alike.
We've covered a lot today: the struggles, the pressures, and the harsh realities that many face in South Korea. While the country may appear to be a model of success and innovation on the outside, it's important to acknowledge the complexities that lie beneath. Change is possible, and awareness is the first step toward progress. By talking about these issues, we can help bring about the change that's needed to create a healthier, more balanced society. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your perspective on the issues we've discussed today? Have you experienced or witnessed any of these challenges firsthand? Leave a comment down below, and let's keep the conversation going. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might find it important too. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and take care.